Hello and welcome. Today's class is an energizing practice to lift your mood and your energy. So, when you're ready, let's get started. Let's start today in a child's pose. So, making your way down, take your knees as wide as is comfortable for you, fingertips reach forward. Allow your forehead to rest down to the mat and your chest to melt down towards the ground. Feel your body settle here as you take some deep breaths, bringing your awareness into the space that you're practicing in, letting go of any thoughts of your day so far, of anything that you need to do. On your next inhale, lift up through your tabletop, release your hips and your belly down, open to your baby cobra, and exhale to press your hips back. And again, inhale, rolling through, open your chest, release your shoulders away from your ears, and exhale, press your hips back, child's pose. Inhale, round forward, broaden through your collarbones, and exhale, release all the way back. One more here. As you take your exhale, tuck your toes under, press into your hands and feet, and lift up to your downward facing dog. You can take a pedal through your legs here if that feels good. Keep your knees bent and your heels lifted if that's best for you. On your next inhale, lift your heels, bend your knees, send your hips back, and as you exhale, shift forward, bring your right knee towards your nose. Inhale, press back. Exhale, squeeze that knee forward. Keep it going here. Really see if you can squeeze that knee in a little bit further. Curl your nose towards your knee as you bring your shoulders over your palms. And last time, squeeze that knee in, hold, and then set your right knee down. And lift your left leg up behind you, right fingertips reach forward. Lengthening out as you exhale, bring that elbow towards opposite knee. And inhale, reach out and lengthen. Exhale, curl. Inhale, find length. Using that core stability and your breath. The 2. Last one here. Inhale, lengthen out, reach away with your fingertips, your toes, place your right hand down, and turn your right foot out to the side behind you. As you inhale, lift your left arm up above your head, finding your kneeling side plank. Flex your left foot here. Try to lift that leg as high as you can, maybe gazing up towards those fingertips. Hold and breathe here. Right shoulder is directly over your wrist. Left fingertips reaching up towards the sky. An option here to bend your left leg, reach back with your left hand, taking hold of the foot for a variation of your tiger pose. Release the foot, return your left hand down to the mat. Keeping your left leg lifted if you can, tuck your right toes and press up for your three-legged dog. Release your left leg down and take a breath here in your downward facing dog. As you inhale, lift your heels, press your hips back, and exhale, left knee to nose. Inhale, press back. Exhale, squeeze that knee forward. You've got 4 and 3 deep breaths. Find that power. Last one, exhale, squeeze the knee in, hold, and then set that left knee down to the mat. Right leg lifts, left fingertips reach forward, neutral spine, and then exhale, curl knee to opposite elbow. Inhale, find length, and exhale, draw it in. You're doing great. Stabilizing through that right shoulder and left hip. See if you can find a little more length as you inhale and extend. Last one here. Then reach it out, keep that right leg lifted, bring your left hand down to the mat. Left foot turns out behind you as you reach your right arm high for your kneeling half moon. Gazing up towards those top fingertips, or if you want a little bit more stability here, you can take your gaze down towards your bottom hand. Using the outside of that top leg to squeeze the outside of your foot up towards the sky. Option to reach back for that foot as you take your tiger variation here. And release the foot. Return that right hand down, square off your hips, tuck the left toes and press high for your three-legged dog. Release your right leg down, downward facing dog, maybe take a little shimmy here. And as you inhale, let's take a vinyasa, bring yourself forward to high plank. Exhale, bend your elbows, hug them into your sides as you lower down. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale, hips high, downward facing dog. Well done. On your next inhale, gaze forward, walk, step or hop to the top of the mat, finding a halfway lift. Maybe hands to shins or fingertips to the mat. Exhale, forward fold, release your upper body over your legs. Spending a little more time here, maybe holding opposite elbows with your hands. You might like a sway side to side to release out your lower back. Keep a soft bend in the knees if that feels good. And then return your hands to the mat. Use your next inhale to roll all the way up to standing. Reach your arms up above your head and exhale, bring your palms together, draw your hands down to heart center. We have a balance sequence here, so send your awareness down into your feet, really ground down here, feeling that connection to the mat. And then begin to lift your right knee up towards your chest, taking hold around the back of the thigh or the front of your right shin. Find your balance here, find a fixed spot to gaze at. And you can stay here, or perhaps you take your right hand to the outside of the foot or two fingers around the big toe and begin to extend your leg out here, pressing that heel away. You can keep a bend in the knee if that feels better for you. To release, bend that knee in, start to send your right foot behind you, step that foot back and open out to your warrior two, bend into your front knee, reach your arms out to the sides. Inhale, reach up, come to center, and exhale, bend into the knee, warrior two. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, they sweep down as you bend that knee. Powerful movements here, feel that strength in your shoulders. Hold your warrior two, gazing across the top of that front hand. Then turn your hips and your chest towards the top of the mat, reach your arms up and lift your back heel. Hands come to heart center. As you inhale, send your weight into your left foot, reach your right knee up in front, cross your right ankle over your left thigh, flex the foot, and sink your hips down for your standing pigeon. You can release your hands down to the mat here if it feels comfortable and you want a little bit more stability, or keep them together in prayer at heart center. Start to lift up. Enough to cross your right knee over your left, maybe touching your right toes to the mat, offering them to the side, or perhaps you wrap that right foot around the back of your left calf, finding whichever version of your eagle legs works best for you. We're just going to do the lower body today, so the hands can stay in prayer at heart center. Finding that balance, engage your core, use your breath, and begin to lift up. Reach that right knee up one more time, and then set it and your hands back down. Give those legs a shake out. They've worked hard. Ready for the other side, friends. Find your center on 2 feet, standing tall. Raise the crown of your head. Begin to lift your left knee up, taking hold around the shin or perhaps behind the thigh. You're welcome to stay here, finding that balance. Or option to take your left hand to the outside of the foot or first 2 fingers around the big toe and extend that leg out. Don't worry if you wobble, if you fall out of the posture. It's all part of the learning process. You can just come right back in. and carry on. Start to bend that leg back in if it's extended, release your grip and send that foot behind you as you step it down to the mat, finding your warrior two. You can adjust the feet here if you need to. On your inhale, straighten your front leg, reach your arms up, and exhale, sweep down, warrior two. Keep it going here, finding that power through your arms and your shoulders, bending as deep as you can into that right knee. You've got two more. On this last one, hold your warrior two, reaching out through your fingertips. And then begin to turn your hips and your chest to face back towards the top of the mat. Reach your arms high, lift your back heel, high lunge. Bring your hands down to heart center and prepare to, on an inhale, shift into that front leg, lift your left knee, cross your left ankle over the top of your right thigh for your pigeon. Make sure to flex your left foot here, hands still at heart center, and send your hips down. Option to bring your hands down to the mat if that works for you. Find a spot just beyond the top of your mat to gaze at, and then start to lift up a little, crossing your left knee over your right. Maybe touch the toes down, maybe hover, and perhaps they reach around the back of your right lower leg, coming into your eagle legs. You're doing great. Keep breathing here. The breath is the most important thing. Begin to slowly unravel your legs and lift that knee one more time. And then step it down, release your arms, give those legs a little shake out and a shimmy. Inhale to reach your arms up overhead, maybe gazing up. Exhale, fold down, head hanging heavy. Inhale to lift halfway, flat back, shoulders reach away from your ears. Exhale, plant your hands, step or hop back, Chaturanga Dandasana, lowering down. Inhale, find upward facing dog or your cobra. And exhale, send your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Take some movement here if that feels good. Maybe a swish side to side of the hips, a pedal of the legs. And perhaps finding stillness, releasing your heels down towards the mat. And then gently release your knees down. Come through to your seated position with your legs reaching out in front. Draw your right knee in towards your chest, step the foot down. You can leave it here, or if you like, cross it over the top of your left thigh. On your inhale, reach your left arm up, and exhale, take it to the outside of that right knee, finding a twist here. Gazing over that back shoulder if that feels good. Each time you inhale, see if you can find a little more length through your spine. And exhale to take that twist just a little deeper. Begin to release, come back through center, step that right foot back across and extend the leg. Left knee draws in, you can leave that foot where it is or cross it over the top of the opposite leg. Inhale, right arm reaches high, exhale, take it to the outside of that left knee. Left hand comes down behind you. You can use those fingertips as you inhale to press the mat away a little further, finding some more length. And exhale to release further into that twist. Begin to unwind. Cross your left foot back over, extend both legs, take an inhale, reach your arms up, and exhale, keeping length through your spine, fold forward from your hips, seated forward fold. You can bring your hands down to the legs, to your feet, wherever it's comfortable to reach. Each time you inhale, think about lifting your chest a little bit closer towards your toes, and exhale, soften into that space that you've created. Then you slow your breath down here. Make your inhale even deeper, your exhale even longer. It's not about how far you go, there's nowhere that you have to get to, but go as deep as you want to experience that stretch. One more deep breath here. And then on an inhale, begin to lift up. Make your way down onto your back. Draw your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a hug here, maybe a little sway side to side, massaging your lower back. Then release into our final posture of this practice, your Shavasana. Reach your legs out long, allow your feet to fall out to the sides. Let your arms rest a little distance away from your body, palms face up to relax your shoulders. Allow your breath to return to its natural pace as you gradually drop into stillness here. Feel your body settle, muscles relax, and allow this time to restore at the end of your practice. You can stay here for as long as you like, but if you're ready to finish your practice with me, start to bring some gentle movement to your fingers and toes. On your next inhale, reach your arms up above your head, stretching out from your fingertips all the way to your toes. Then draw your knees in and make your way up to seated, finding a cross-legged position in the center of your mat. Let's take a big inhale here. Reach your arms up above your head, fingertips high, and exhale, palms together. Draw your hands down to heart center, giving thanks for your practice. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. Namaste. If you enjoyed today's class, don't forget to like and subscribe for a new video every Tuesday, and I'll see you next time.